Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Get Career Happy with Peter. And today what I'd like to do is take a quick look at one of the best tools again for self-development and indeed getting on in your career in general, and that is feedback. So feedback comes really in two forms. We have positive feedback, which is when a colleague or maybe your boss tells you that you've done a great job on a particular project, or the work you've done lately has been top-notch, or the way you interact with your colleagues is excellent and positive. And that's really almost complimentary, okay? So we all like to get complimented, and so positive feedback is a nice thing. On the other side of the coin, we have what's called constructive feedback. And a lot of people are uncomfortable with constructive feedback because constructive feedback it can tend to be negative depending on how you interpret it. So the important point here is that it's incredibly important to deal with constructive feedback or negative feedback in a professional way and in a way that doesn't affect you personally. Now, why are we uncomfortable with it? Well, we're uncomfortable with negative feedback because we're hardwired on a psychological level to be defensive and to interpret negative feedback as a threat or as rejection of some sort. And that doesn't sit well with most of us. Now, with some people, they can absolutely take it on board and it doesn't affect them in the least, but with the majority of people, it does tend to make them uncomfortable. Now, the question is, how do we cope with constructive feedback or negative feedback in a professional way without affecting us? Because we are all going to be faced with it at some stage. But the first thing I'd say is to try your best to take your personal feelings out of it. Okay, try to look at it in an objective way. We're talking about work performance here, which I know can be linked obviously to you personally. But in this case, you're really going to have to try to put your feelings to one side and to look at it objectively. That's the first thing. The second thing is think about the person who's giving you the feedback and think about their motivation. If it's somebody that you feel doesn't particularly like you, then is the feedback accurate, or are they speaking from the heart? Now, you can challenge feedback, of course, because you need to look for rationale, you need to look for reason and logic behind whatever is being said. But again, you're absolutely within your rights to think about the motivations of the person who is giving you the feedback. Okay? Are they doing it with your best interests at heart? Okay? So that's the second thing. The third thing that I'd say is that you should learn from it. Okay? So that means whatever you're hearing, take it on board, ask for time to absorb it, and also look for a plan or suggestions from the person who's giving you the feedback. If it's your manager in particular, ask them for steps or suggestions as to how you should implement what they're telling you, or how to change what they're telling you, okay? And that can form the basis of a friendly conversation between you and your boss or the other person, just to show that you're capable of buying into this idea, of discussing it, of finding out does it have merit, and then implementing and improving your performance. Okay? So try to think about those things when you're taking constructive or negative feedback on board. Don't let it affect you, okay? Take the personality out of it, take your own personality out of it, remove your feelings as best you can. Think about the motivations of the person who is giving the feedback, challenge it if you need to, and then always learn from it, and look for ways and suggestions to back up that negative feedback so that you can implement an improvement plan or take steps to address whatever's been pointed out. Finally, what I'd say is that we all, every single one of us, have what we would call a blind spot. So remember, in any form of feedback, there are going to be things about you that you don't really know about, or that other people see or notice while you do your work or carry on your life. Okay, so it's always good to have an open mind and to be open to suggestion about the blind spot that you have about your own behaviours or your ways of doing things or your methods, all right? So you can definitely learn from this. Okay, if you like what you're hearing here on the channel, please like, share and subscribe. If you want to join the Facebook community, the address is in the description below. And if you want to reach out, if you're interested in coaching, the email address is also below. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.
So if you're looking to get happy in your career and be successful at work, why not head over to petercollin.podia.com, where you're going to find some fantastic courses, including stress and anxiety management, business continuity, communication skills for work, how to succeed as a new manager, and even a free course on how to deal with workplace bullying. All of this can be bought one course at a time, or you can also sign up to our Career Accelerator membership for only $9.99 per month, and you get everything that's on offer, plus everything that is to come. So it's a really wise move if you want to increase your chances of being promoted and getting happy in your career. Why not check it out at petercollin.podia.com. The links are below. Thanks a lot. See you later, guys.